is me. Into the trees we lay on the grass.
Boom! That was great. That was great. Episode 402 of GI Joburg. Hello, everybody.
Paul is joined by me, Rob, and who else do we have here? As you can see, right above us here, or to my left, or my side, or below me, it is Stephen.
Stefanus Jobaronius. Hierso in die Kaap.
Ja, jy is hier met ons van die Kaap af. En hier is ons 402. Ons praat van toys. Ons praat van art. Ons praat van die week wat nou afgegaan het.
Yeah, Rob, very nice. Very nice. Actually, that was very good Afrikaans. Thank you. Your Afrikaans teacher would be so proud of you right now. I'm sure.
Well, not to, rest in peace, actually, unfortunately.
Oh,
my high school Afrikaans teacher did pass away, I believe, earlier this year.
Well, that's happy. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Let's talk about toys, boys.
Ooh, Super 7 has graced us again with some incredible new toys. And I think it's actually the most, sexually equal line of toys we've ever received.
Sexually?
Well, I suppose there's gender equality going on here. There's 2 men and there's 2 women in this line. What?
That's if you're living in a binary world, bro.
I am in a binary world. I'm too old. I'm too old to understand 100 genders, unfortunately. But you do you, guys. You do you.
So yeah, as Rob mentioned, there's a lot of cool stuff to happen in the show. And to give you the brief translation, yes, we're going to be talking art because of the GIJOBURG guys. And I submitted some art. We got some cool events that happened this past week, actually. And there have been some new toy announcements. And that has been Super 7 Reaction Plus, which you guys can all see on the screen. For those of you listening, it is, if you've somehow missed these images or don't care about Super 7 Reaction Plus, now you're going to hear that there's a new Cobra Commander coming out. There's a Mara. Who's that?
Whoa. Who is Mara? I'm confused. I don't remember her from the comics.
There's a Snake Eyes that glows in the dark, and then there's a Scarlet in Arctic gear. So without further ado, gentlemen, let's get through these guys. So
let's get through them.
So Super 7 keeping the line, I suppose, fairly, or keeping the momentum of the line. We got another Cobra Commander. This time he has a cape and a scepter. So if you have been holding out for your Cobra Commander to have a cape and a scepter, this is much how he appears in the movie. So there's that vibe.
Yes, this is the scene where he gets shamed by everyone.
They will all stand up for me and my abilities in battle. Destro! Tell them how incredible a leader I am.
Cobra Commander is a world-class buffoon. Yeah, and then he says something like shenanigans or something. Anyway, blasphemy. Anyway,
your botched our desert campaign.
Yeah, he's like, but my farts smell like cotton candy. Anyway, so this is cool. I think it's rad. Like they did him with the cape, and I kind of wish they did him like this the first time round, because I'm a little loath to spend $25 again on Cobra Commander. Even if he does come with a scepter and a cape, perhaps he will be marked down. But that's cool.
It's a chance for people who don't have him yet to own him, I think.
Yeah, you should always have He-Man and Skeletor in your waves, and it's good that Cobra Commander is.
Well, hang on, don't flip off Cobra Commander just yet, because I have questions. Now that I'm faced with a digital render, digital renders are good at giving you an idea of the scaling, the design. You can understand plastic textures in pixels far better than you can understand textiles, fabric. Yes. What are we saying his cape is made out of?
I'm hoping for some sort of fabric.
similar fabric to the Pythona cape, because that shit is inflexible. And also, there seem to be cobra symbols on his shoulders, which
Yes.
indicates to me that there's some engineering to this. It's not just a flat piece of fabric that you poke your figure's arms through, a la
Yeah.
Kenner Star Wars figures from the 80s.
Yeah, or the Pythona figure, as they've done before. Perhaps it attaches using those to his shoulder. Which
Yeah,
then
they're
makes
like little
me-
pins. Like
Which
that's
makes
what
me
I
think
imagine.
like they've probably gone and done something irreversible to the figure sculpt. Like if they plug in,
Drill little
will
holes
there
at
be
the end.
holes there? Is this a non-removable item? In which case you're stuck. This being the caped Cobra Commander, and the first wave one being the uncaped.
Yeah.
Am I correct? There was a Cobra Commander in the first wave,
Yes. Yeah,
Yes.
you're 100% correct. That's what I was
and it's
saying
the
earlier.
same.
Yeah.
It's much the same, except without the cape.
Yes.
Mhm.
And it's got 2 guns.
Ooh,
It's a hell of a good-looking Cobra Commander.
It
I think
is.
we can all agree, like, the head is so much more cartoon accurate and proportional and human looking when compared to the retro Hasbro efforts and the classic 80s figure.
yeah,
Yep.
Mm.
Fully agree with you there.
so much better.
Plus, they've got
Let's
the
just-
welder gloves instead of him having like full, sleeves,
Mhm.
which is also accurate to the cartoon. And I think his comic book appearances. I'm
Yes.
sure he was depicted from time to time with
the actual
full
gloves.
gloves, for washing dishes, as opposed to just a regular cuff to his jacket.
He needs something to do, while he's not on the battlefield, and he's hardly ever on the battlefield.
Yeah, he
Poor
wipes
guy.
everything clean.
I like the staff. The staff looks kind of
The
neat.
scepter is great. Yeah, I'm a big fan.
And I
Like-
wonder if that is a a haberdashery store jewel perched on top.
They kind of just like glued it onto the stick. Bloop. There you are, guys. Here's a little
Well, I just have
Swarovski crystal.
nothing but criticism for the Pythona accessory. Just
Same.
being like, just trash, man.
Yeah, it's just-
honestly.
And literally,
Yeah.
and I think I have said your version as well. It seems chopped off the tree or whatever.
The
So
screw, yeah.
one edge of it is very obviously cut and not as beautifully symmetrical as it could possibly be.
Yeah, Zartan would hand that gem back to the store. Like, this is imperfect. This is
Feel like
not been cut correctly.
This is
Yeah.
not worth stealing.
this gem is wrong. Goodbye.
Goodbye. But who else came on this line?
Let's
Paul?
see,
I
let's
think
see who's next.
We mentioned
Ah, Arctic Scarlet.
Arctic Scarlet. So from the looks of this character, it looks like they're trying a lot of different things to
Yes.
make skirts or like long coats work
Yes.
across the different figures they're releasing as part of this kind of Arctic line that they're doing within the line. We've had Snake Eyes, we've had Destro, and now this is the third figure with Arctic outfit.
There was
Cobra
also
Commander
Arctic
also
Cobra
came.
Commander.
Cobra Commander had an Arctic outfit too.
Yeah.
So this time it feels like it's probably soft goods, some sort of soft plastic kind of riding over her thighs.
And it's weird because like it looks good here for
Mm.
me, to my eye, it looks good. But I was messing around with a Rampart figure yesterday,
Ooh.
and he's also got like a kind of a Parker kind of vibe going on, and it looks really good the way that they've added that molding. There we go. Thank you, Steve. Steve's showing it off now, and his Parker looks really good the way that they've sculpted it onto the lower
Yeah,
waist,
it
onto the
kind
hips.
of like goes. It's kind of higher in the front and kind of goes lower onto his butt. So it basically covers his whole butt with the bottom of the coat.
And maintains a great aesthetic. And I feel like maybe Super 7 should be cribbing off that for their
Mm.
homework. But let's. I mean,
Aesthetic is one thing, but it doesn't interfere with articulation. Whereas
Yes.
this is an O-ring figure that has compromised articulation.
she's not fitting in a
Kind of
snow
flies
cat.
in the face of the philosophy of the O-ring.
Yeah,
Yes.
Sculpt is secondary to articulation.
Mhm.
Yeah. yeah, exactly. It should be design. Good design should basically dress up function. And I
That's
feel
it,
like-
though. It's a handsome figure, and Scarlet in her like unitard does not look right in an Arctic setting. This does, but you're going to struggle to get her into a polar battle bear, is all I'm saying.
She's
Exactly.
walking all the way to and from that battlefield.
Yeah, she's not sitting in no snowcat. Although something promising I feel like I should bring out is I am liking how these legs are looking and the boots. So that gives me, that makes me, or fills me with some excitement, should I say, for the normal release of Scarlet when they come out.
Oh, yeah. Scarlet's classic look needs another O-ring figure.
Definitely.
The surviving stock of 82, 83 Scarlets are
With
so
unbroken
brittle,
crotches. Yeah,
so thin.
very few.
And
They're pushed in on the eyes at the moment, which is interesting because they're not painted onto the goggles. You are definitely seeing eye detail beneath what looks like a transparent blue piece of plastic.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that ends up looking great. I wonder how many guys are going to try and pry those goggles off. Could be quite interesting. Or if that'll even be a feature. We don't know. But I got to say, I think Super 7 is doing the right thing here by... I feel like this is an experimental Scarlet for them to make sure they get certain things right with the face sculpt before they do the regular release. And so far, this face sculpt is looking good. But we all know that when the proof is in the pudding, or in the handling of the figures. So
certainly eat that pudding. And she comes with a little radiation detective device.
Geiger counter?
Yeah,
I think so.
Or motion tracker, if you will. No, I'm kidding.
It would be great in like an alien.
Yeah, senses micro changes in identity. Anyway,
if you've been collecting reaction GI Joe for any length of time, you've got enough Scarlet crossbows and like pouches and things. So this made a lot of sense. Scene specific, but it is a cool piece of equipment. It's basic, but not basic enough to not have any detail. It's got like a needle and some gradations. It's got the little sensor. It's got a hose, which presumably is like, it looks like the standard black GI Joe hosing.
But it's not. We know it's not. It's going to be that tearaway plastic, like sadly Zartan's guitar strap. Mine is broken. I feel like this is going to go in the same direction. So anyway, I'm excited. So far, this is one of the figures I've got on pre-order with BBTS from Reaction Plus.
Not even Cape. Oh wait, because you have the original.
Yeah, and I feel a little loath to spend $25 again on a figure I have already. Like I have to manage my funds here. You know.
I get it. I understand. So,
and it's the purple lady.
So this is, I guess, the standout figure for this line.
Yes.
For this wave.
Mara. Now, guys, you've heard me say it tons of times on the podcast. Listeners, viewers, you've heard me say this. This is the reason I want Super 7, because they're going to release characters that we didn't get in the original line. But it is especially true for Mara, who is a character I've wanted since I saw her on the cartoon series, on the animated series. And was made worse, or should I say exacerbated, by watching the cartoon series as an adult, because then I was like, oh my god, why isn't the figure of this out yet? It's been 20 years. Come now. You know, it has now been 30 years. Just putting that out there. And finally, we have Mara. And thoughts, guys? Where are you sitting with this?
Well, I think I might have watched the episode. I'm guessing there's more than one episode, but I've watched it maybe once. I think it's cool to have another female figure in the line, a Cobra female figure. It's doubly so. She's pretty basic, pretty straightforward, but I think definitely worth something with owning. I think, especially if she means something to you and you enjoyed her appearances in the cartoon. But personally, I have no connection to those appearances. But I think it looks like a pretty decent figure. Kind of like skin tight swimsuit thing. Not swimsuit, what are they called?
Wetsuit.
Wetsuit. She's got a wetsuit on her.
So it's probably more like a second skin. I don't imagine if she is truly amphibian or seagoing and she's had her DNA altered, she probably doesn't need extra insulation.
Sounds like Steven knows a lot more about this Mara.
Well, guys, it's no secret on this podcast that I have, as an adult, developed kind of an intrigue or an affinity for the character of Shipwreck. And this is his love interest. And it's an interesting love interest because not only is it a Cobra test subject, but it's a freaking mutant woman, dude. Shipwreck is full on having a romance with a a mermaid.
With the fish.
She can't exist outside of water for long. And
Hence the
it's
diving equipment.
that's tapping into some core stuff for me. I don't know. Like I used to have very, very vivid dreams as a child or as a teenager of like dating a superpowered woman.
Hmm.
I don't know. I guess I just need to be dominated by a female. Yeah, exactly. That's why I married a doctor. Yikes.
Yikes.
She is very basic. And whereas the Pythona head sculpt is excellent, Super 7 really captured something there. I don't feel they were as successful in capturing Mara. I don't see the essence of her character in this head sculpt. Now, I don't even need to re-watch Memories of Mara to get that. Or There's No Place Like Springfield, where her synthoid makes an appearance, quite a major one. And as a human with regular flesh tone. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's it's intriguing.
It's
If
great.
you don't have some feeling towards Shipwreck after watching that, I don't know. I guess Shipwreck is dead to you. But this head sculpt doesn't do anything for me, guys. It's very passive. She's quite a feisty woman. She gets back at Cobra. She helps Shipwreck defeat them. And she's kind of vengeful that way, and she's got a lot of interesting backstory. And this is such a tranquil, passive face sculpt. The hair also doesn't seem right. Mara has much longer hair, and I'd like to see this from the back. Maybe there's a lot more to the sculpt if we had a 360 spin on it. But right now, we're only seeing right down the barrel on the front. And it's a bob. She did have a bob. She's got a fringe. But the hair length on either side should be longer.
So that I think is to accommodate for the breathing apparatus.
Yeah, for the helmet. I don't think.
I'd happily do away with that to have more flowy hair, because I plan on shooting her underwater a lot.
Yeah, no, I feel the same regarding that. I thought it was. See, this is where it gets tricky with this line, because they can't just like give you a switch out head, because I think that would have been an interesting sort of take on this, is give us a switch out head which has the more flowing and more interesting hair. Because I agree with you, Steve. I also feel like her face sculpt is a bit subdued, and
Hindu cow.
yeah, and I think I'm more excited about this figure just because it is Mara, and I'll finally have a Mara in my collection, and I suspect they'll do another one. I suspect we'll get 1 or 2 variants of her going forward. I hope so, at least. But it is nice to actually have her.
She's available currently on the Super 7 website, and the only reason I haven't had her posted to me by now is I'm holding out faint hope, very faint, that maybe Super 7 will do something special on Black Friday, but I doubt it. This is a new figure.
What?
So,
Yeah.
Ooh. We are flipping forward to an irradiated Snake
then.
Eyes. I think that's all we need to say about Mara. Why is Snake Eyes' pistol so damn big? I think they've oversized it.
So this is causing me the most irritation right now.
Oh,
and it's not a
You're
negative thing.
consternated.
It's a positive it's consternation. Let's call it consternation. Because I want the Snake Eyes because he has this awesome glow in the dark feature and he has that great gun. I love this gun. But I'm loath to spend another $25 getting another Snake Eyes figure, of which I have 2 already from this line. So
you feel that he isn't
already.
different enough to kind of justify you buying him?
It's $25, dude. like, classified figures are what? $27 to $29, And I know that that's not really fair to compare, but they are usually much bigger and they have a lot more accessories. And I feel like Super 7 is giving us very small figures with very few accessories. And I'm buying these purely based on how much I love said character or need for this. And Snake Eyes always, in this Super 7 Reaction Plus, he's always going to fall into that weird space of he's not important enough in Reaction Plus for me to own. Yeah. As cool as this toy is.
Yeah, I think the glow in the dark feature is fantastic. That's such a cool idea. And that he glows red. I don't think I have ever seen that. I'm used to like things glowing green in the dark.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, guys. It's
All of a
like
sudden, it's got me wanting to track down open sets of the Arctic Rescue. You know, the one with the sled
yes,
and the blind
Mhm.
man, just to see how good the glow is.
yeah. I'd like
Ah,
to.
Obviously, it looked incredible in the renders, but you know,
For
we're just
sure.
looking at video games.
you
Bloody
can
hell.
turn that glow up as much as you want, in Photoshop.
My thing here is that if I found this guy on the street, like it's like, oh my god, it's Super 7 Reaction Plus, Snake Eyes with radioactive glow, I'd be quite happy. I'd be like, oh my word, it's great to have this toy. So I don't have anything against the toy itself. It's just difficult for me to justify purchasing it, and much like Cobra Commander again. So
It'll be at Joe Fest 2027.
Mhm.
yeah, probably.
For sure.
But anyway, so
Okay, so we're feeling Mara is the standout figure of this line, or what? This wave.
It's
I
a
don't-
unique character,
yes,
so it's going to get some attention. It's the first time she's ever been available. And if you are at the perfect sort of center point of that Venn diagram of like wanting a new character, wanting a new female, having an interest in Shipwreck and his kind of, I suppose, character tree, she's essential.
Mm.
I've
and
been
Steve's
meaning
loving
to-
Venn diagrams right now.
I love just like
Big into them.
finding that center point. I think I am that in that hinge point right there. And so yeah, even with my reservations on her head sculpt, Mara is a must-have character because I can make a custom of that all the live long day. I mean, there is a new sculpt era Baroness that comes in a blue suit with
Yes.
the red Cobra emblem right in the middle. Okay, it's a bit more detailed than the Super 7 look, the wetsuit. But, I could easily paint up a Baroness to look like a blue-skinned mer woman.
Mm-hmm.
But this is an official, well, I say that, it's Super 7, it's on Hasbro. But, like, this is as official as we're ever going to get in this scale and in this format. So,
Yeah, it's a licensed figure. It's a licensed
yeah.
figure.
So, same with Pythona. Why, even though there are niche offerings that are maybe superior, this is the Pythona that I needed to have. And in the same vein, this is the Mara that I need to have. Roll on Raven, roll on other females.
Yes.
But
Yeah,
just
keep them
cool.
coming, Super
Shock.
7.
Shock horror for you guys and possibly for the listeners. I feel
Yeah.
like the Scarlet is actually the standout figure.
Whoa.
Because it's like, how many Scarlets do we actually have in O-ring form? And so, like, for me, that's like
I was
really
going to say
exciting.
2, but her Ninja Force doesn't count. She does not have an O-ring.
O-ring, exactly.
Mhm.
And so I feel like
But-
that's kind of something that we should be getting excited about. And then Mara, obviously, of course.
Okay.
It's Mara.
So the women are winning in this wave.
In this
the
wave.
men are like, "Don't stay away from us.
Yeah, Cobra Commander and Snake Eyes are kind of collateral. So.
No men allowed."
Oh, what?
Pussy squad.
What's going on here?
Oh goodness.
So,
So
anything else you guys want to jump in on Super 7?
I
Or are you
think-
happy you got it off? You good?
well, what I want to hear now is what figures are you guys looking forward to from the Reaction 7 line?
Yes, tell
Let
us
us
in
know
the
in the
comments.
comments below. Or you can even send us an email. We love emails. arealsouthafricanhero@gmail.com. And well, the last month or so we've been asking for art for Jovember. Show us your amazing art. Like, what did you draw of GI Joe that just like, wow, my mind is blown. I was inspired to draw. Paul,
I will queue
people-
up the art.
did they react to our call
Yes.
to action?
So
Did we get
this
a few
is
people.
so something that's really cool about this whole vibe is that we put out the call for some art because it is November, which is
Jovember.
Jovember. And or as we're calling it this month, BURGVEMBER, because why not?
It's got to be different.
And we also very purposefully announced the call at the end of the episode. For the guys who actually submitted art, thank you for watching the whole episode or listening to the whole episode. And I'm going to start off with our first featured artist, a guy by the name of Lance Toth. And your work will be appearing in a whole 2 seconds. 1, 2, there we go.
1, 2, 3,
Excellent.
4.
Okay,
5,
and
6,
let me
7.
see if I can make it nice and full screen for everybody. But this stuff has been incredible, at least for me. And I don't. Can you guys see it nicely?
Oh yeah.
This
Cool.
is beautiful stuff going on here.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we've got some great sketches here, and there is more. Just want to let people soak it all in. It's for the listeners, if you guys can, please take a moment to go and check out the video version of this. The time code is more or less in the what is it, 25 minutes.
Can you make it available on our social medias?
I can. Let me
GI
just double
Joburg
check with the
Instagram.
artist. Yeah, I think I need to just double check with the artists. Otherwise, I will put links to, if the artists can reach out to me, I can put your links to your Instas and whatever's in the description of this video, because you guys didn't, so I don't have them.
So first up, we have his rendition of Beachhead
Yes.
doing some really cool stuff.
Yep. And it's why, guys, I'm just trying to figure out something here. I just want to see why it's not showing the entire screen. Like, I want it to show full screen, and I don't want people to miss out on this. Okay. Anyway,
Do
looks
not
like we're gonna...
miss out.
Okay, then the next one. Also, just worth mentioning on this artwork itself is I dig I think this is Beachhead like sort of grappling somebody, so that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, he's about to
Shooting
make
someone.
a assassination, man. He's gonna knife that guy from behind.
Yeah, it's
Could have
Wetbrook
thrown.
City here. Okay, then we got some colored work as well, which is looking great. Sorry. Now it's decided to just open in a different window. Okay. Cool. Oh, Windows can be so haphazard when it comes to this nonsense. Thank you. Okay.
Gorgeous.
Yes. Yes, there we go. This is rad. I love this piece. These are done with acrylic markers and I think a little bit of watercolor on watercolor paper. This is Lance Toth again. And
it's CoverGirl taking out a bunch of vipers.
yeah, old troopers, yeah.
Blue shirts, yeah.
Blue shirts, there you go. And just love the general atmosphere, and I love the movement here. Like, this is not like a critique session. This is just like, wow, I really love the vibes here. This is so cool, and the treads here, and I don't know, I just dig the movement. You know, she's
falling away from a Wolverine. They're climbing all over the tank, and treads are all mashed up and gnarled. Man, this is great.
Cool. It's not a great strong compositional
they
element.
Thought they had her, but she's got
She's headshotting 2 Cobra Troopers in one go.
Yeah.
They're both like, blood spurting from their foreheads going down like a sack of potatoes. And the other guy's already down, so cheapers.
Good times.
Love
it's nice to see CoverGirl like so elite. She's not just a grease monkey or, tank driver. She's pretty lethal with those pistols.
One of the cool things that IDW gave us is this one single issue, well, should I say CoverGirl focused issue that I quite loved. And it has her, and it just sort of shows how tough she is outside of a tank, which I appreciated. Next up, just some more kind of loose sketches, a little bit Sunbow inspired here. You got Spirit and some Storm Shadow versus Spirit action here.
I'm loving the Spirit.
Yeah.
Very cartoon
are you keeping up with Skybound? Sorry, CoverGirl got some great, once again, action with Baroness. Some hand-to-hand stuff.
More recent issues, yeah.
I have not checked that as yet. So
yeah, man. Give it a read.
Check it out. I like the posing on Storm Shadow fighting.
Yeah, it's
Spirit.
nice little,
like proper high kick going on.
Yeah. Like, and also like Ghost Spirit. I mean,
yeah.
can...
And the flowing of the fabric is really good too. I like that.
Cool. I like this pose. It's fun. I like the I enjoy sort of kineticism to Lance's stuff. This is a great shot. I thought this is an awesome piece. When I say awesome, I really enjoyed this quite a lot. Got his tank in the background that's been completely like wrecked. Smoke billowing from wreckage behind Breaker. No? Yes.
Rock and roll,
No, rock
dude.
and roll.
Rock and
Sorry,
roll. That's right.
I first read the smoke as like the bubble gum, and then I realized it's weird. I was like rock and roll, then break, and then back to rock and roll. So,
Yeah,
man.
definitely rock and roll.
but
It's in the middle of a fight. There's a wrecked hiss. There's a wrecked fang, I think, on the right hand side of the picture.
yes, yeah, there is.
See the blades there.
Lance
he's
has taken
just-
some liberties with the appearance. I mean, he's got some of the signifiers, like the bullet belts, but he's down to his tank top. Like he's gotten rid of his like green
He's fatigued.
muscle shirt.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's been a
But
hectic fight.
he does have the straight arm belt buckle, which is so nice. The H,
Mm.
such a great like hallmark of the OG 13.
Yeah. Also,
I really liked his work on the spirit pose in the bottom right. Oh, sorry,
Mhm.
bottom left. If you're looking at the image, look at that. He's got his top off. It's a shot of his back, just his ripped muscles, and it's like doing some kind of, I don't know, some pose. And it looks like an eagle tattoo on his back. Is that?
Yeah.
supposed to
Yeah,
be?
I think that's the intention.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
sick. That is sick. Cheapers.
yeah.
Lovely extrapolation of what spirit looks like, what his torso looks like, I mean the figure, it's very detailed, but it still leaves a lot to the imagination.
Mm.
Yeah.
Good stuff, Lancey.
And actually, I was yesterday years old when I realized how different the Slaughter's Marauder spirit is, the face sculpt is versus the original one.
Just no eyebrows, huh?
Yeah, but there's just, is it just that? Because it felt like it was a bit wider as well.
Oh,
So this was thanks to Lance Toth. Now I'm going to get our other contributing artist who sent work in. Allow me a moment to scare up. And this is from a guy called Jacob Blackman. And
Did you get any sketches this month, Paul?
GI Joe stuff. Yeah, very, very, very rudimentary stuff. Like nothing that I've got queued up to show, sadly.
Oh,
But I just did some.
Next time, Paulie. Next time.
Yeah, I will. I just did some like tuned up versions of Serpentor actually.
Nice.
Well, Steven, next year we should definitely join up. I think people of any artistic ability should be able to do Joe Bember.
Just draw, like just have fun.
I think that's a challenge for me and Steven next year. Sketch a day.
Sketch a day. Sketch something a day. It doesn't even have to be a character or whatever. Maybe sketch something, a symbol or a sticker or whatever it is that you like from GI Joe. It doesn't always have to be a character base. So Jacob Blackman is I based on their work as well, I can see they're a lot more of how should I say? I like more of a professional artist, like maybe more, what's the word? Professional in the sense that they work or they do commissions for their work because of how clean these are. This is the kind of stuff that if you doing it for somebody.
Digital versus Lance's being physical artwork.
Or traditional is the term you're looking for. But for me, I make very little distinction between the two because you use your hands to do both. And there aren't any like overtly digital tricks being done here at all. This is all drawn by hand. It's all inked by hand. It's colored by hand. It's using digital as a tool. But I mean, everything here can be done in tradition.
It's a very cool original character, I'm assuming.
Yes, these are all original characters for the GI Joe role-playing game.
Great.
Yeah, so he does commissions for guys who play the GI Joe RPG, and these are some of the characters. So this is Dancing Fawn, and I love these.
The colors.
These are great.
The colors are great. Kind of the gray and the green, and with the accents of gold.
You know what I'm really digging about this character right now, okay, is I'm digging that there's a GI Joe design language in this. Like when I look at this figure, I mean, that's the thing. When I look at this artwork, I can see a toy, coming out.
Yeah, it's borrowing Zartan's architecture.
Yes. Yeah.
The knife sheath on the boot, the thigh pads, the shoulder pads, the chest armor, but adapting it to a female and giving her this cool like gray jumpsuit underneath.
Yeah.
So you're right, man. There's definitely a lot of GI Joe design language in there. I feel like also it's taking the Rise of Cobra bodysuit aesthetic.
Yes.
You know, all that sort of black body armor
Mm.
and giving it wonderful colorizations. I mean,
And
like,
again,
how boring was it in 2009?
everything was bright
Everything was
black.
black. Whether you were
Yeah.
Cobra, Joe, Mars, everybody was looking the same.
Wait, whose side are you on? I don't know.
Smart.
Yeah, it's all charcoal colors. And again, a Native American character, which is cool. So then Sierra Foxtrot, Snake Eater. So SE or SF SF SE, I suppose. Great as well. Some Shockwave kind of coloring here for me at least, and the camera pattern reminds me of Shockwave, but with like a good mix of like hit and run.
Yeah, an urban fighter, I think.
Yeah. Love this actually. I feel like this guy operates in sort of Pacific areas, you know, like in the like Brazil or
The weapons
South
are really good
America.
too. I like that rifle.
Very cool. Characters, these are fun characters. They're very alive.
Well, thanks to the people who came up with the concepts. I mean, you know, to inspire him to create the commissions for them.
It's always nice when somebody else comes up with the character and you just have to draw it. Sierra Foxtrot over here. This is also part of the Sierra Foxtrot team, I imagine. And then this is Striker.
Okay.
I'm getting huge vibes of the call sign longbow aesthetic.
Yeah.
In the O-ring world, they have the sort of the chunk of these character designs. By that I mean they O-ring figures, but they seem to have a bit more heft, a bit more like whereas the Super 7 figures are anemic or anorexic. That's the term. They're skinny. These guys are, you know, they're padded up.
Pretty simple.
Their clothes are not tight fitting. They are, you know, combat.
There's a baggy real world aesthetic to them.
That's the one I'm going for. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Which is what's I feel like Quartz on Longbow has that aesthetic as well. Oh, okay. Team shot.
TJ Joe team. Yeah, so
this man did the work. Damn.
Yeah, no, he's definitely done the work.
The big guy's a chainsaw.
Yeah, we got the heavy. We got a female heavy as well, wearing a power armor.
Cyborg, by the looks of things. She's got like a cable eye.
Yep, and big guns going on there. And then we got our tactical sniper. We got looks like some kind of lope kind of character, and a woman. And then we got our close encounters man on the right.
With the boomstick.
Yep.
Awesome.
Hey. Yeah, sharp air smart, guys. So, Jacob Blackman, thank you so much for sending this awesome artwork in.
Amazing.
This is so
Who's
cool.
This? General Blitz.
Paladin. He's
Paladin.
Yeah, goes by Paladin.
Yikes.
4-star general. Not scared to show it. Yeah, trench coat. Not something we see often in. This guy feels like a hero, like a good guy. So trench coat's something I always see in good guys. You know, for something like GI Joe. You know, for that kind of.
I like the shoulder pads. They kind of add like a modern aesthetic, almost like it's nice sci-fi.
Yeah.
You say hero. I think this guy's
a villain.
Turn heel.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
And the good guys are on the outside trying to get back in.
Ooh, well, I hope Jacob comments on the video.
Let us know who's right.
Curious.
Me and Paul. Is this the hero of the story, or is this the villain?
But yeah, guys, please show both Lance Toth and Jacob your love. Find them on Insta. I hope if you, for Jacob and Lance, if you guys wouldn't mind in the comments just popping your link to your Instas and things like that so people can check it out. And then I'll copy it and put it into the description when I see it, or if you can just message us to the same place that you messaged us with your artwork. And if I did miss your social somehow in the email, forgive me. I do these things. Cool. And that was Jovember. That's like everybody who submitted artwork this month for Jovember, because November is pretty much done. Pretty much over. Okay, so we've covered Super 7 figures. The new Reaction Plus stuff that's coming out.
We did do that.
Covered some crazy cool artwork.
Amazing artwork, and thank you to both of you for submitting art. Absolutely wonderful. Thank you for sharing it with us. I hope everyone had a great November.
And we did release an episode, like a miniature episode, talking about a Kickstarter.
Really?
Very recently, yes.
Okay, that should be out by the time you watch
That
this
should
episode.
be out.
Go
That's
check
right.
that episode out. So it's about TNA, if I remember correctly.
Yes. Televipers and alley vipers, I believe. Or televipers, not alley vipers.
Trivia and activities
Yes,
by
there you go.
that's what it was.
After Action Report. Yeah, so Josh Eggerbean has been putting out books for nine consecutive books. Most of them have been on Kickstarter. They've been dealing with the comic book series, basically giving you cover guides to each individual release, be it newsstand, be it direct edition, or European release. So if you are a collector of GI Joe comics specifically, his books are an essential resource. They've also gone on to make character volumes. Basically, anyone who's had a file card, anyone who's had even a minor appearance in a comic book, you will find information on them. They're into their second volume of The Good Guys. They're going to do Cobra as well. But this most recent Kickstarter, which is active until the 10th of December, is dealing with comic book trivia. They've taken 3, in some cases even more, questions from each issue. This is G.I. Joe A-Raw Marvel Run, all the way up through Devil's Due.
Yeah, all the way up
And
to
IDW.
325. Actually, 325, I think he mentioned, which is literally an issue that's still to come out the next 2 months or so, I believe.
So yes, so DDP, Skybound, and IDW. If you think you know your Joe and you want to put it to the ultimate test, back this Kickstarter, get the book, and we said it in the podcast, make a drinking game of it. This could be the next great Joe Fest bar con sport. Line up all the greatest GI Joe nerds at Joe Fest and see who can
knows
take the prize.
most.
Yeah, give your Star Wars trivia a break. But that's all in that video.
That is,
But
but
there's something you may have noticed in that video. Yeah.
Yes, something that was very different in that video. Stephen and myself and Paul were all in the same location, and somehow that came about over this past week because we surprised Stephen with a very
almost saying
unique
too much.
birthday gift. Let's see if you guys can pick it up from this little clip, and there should be good sound on it as well. So
no pressure. There should be good. There should be
you
good.
will hear what the
sound on this.
surprise is.
Okay, let me do that.
Let's roll it.
Hi.
Ellie, who's that guy?
Hello, Ellie. Is that little Lucas?
Come, embrace him with me. Come, my boy. You don't get to touch this man, not nearly enough. Let's go together. Oh, dude! What the hell? Ah, you sneaky guys. You all
Got him.
yes! Oh my god! Oh, this...
Hey?
Dude!
No. Hey, don't blame me.
Like
It's his
wondering why
fault.
my mother's creeping around with a cat. Pretty common sight right here.
Goodness, can I go back to my normal life now?
Yes, you're more than welcome to. Thank you, Daphne. Thank you, Daphne.
Oh, let's take care of
Hello, Polly. Who's a pixie one? Can I go and be a normal person now? Okay. Smiley nose. Are you surprised? Are you surprised?
Bloody criminal, you. He was doing a podcast yesterday in his command post.
I'm busy.
You'd swear that.
And yeah, so the surprise was Paul. Paul.
It was me.
the surprise.
I was the surprise.
So that has been our last week together.
Yeah, we've been. We got up to a lot. So it was Steve's birthday, guys.
Yes.
That was the point. Rob reached out. He was like, we should surprise Steve, and he made all the things come together.
Well, it's always the thing, like, like if you listen back to past podcasts, Stephen is very it's very easy for Stephen to buy himself stuff. You know, he has lots of access. He knows exactly
what are we
he
getting?
wants. He's one of the most impossible people to buy stuff for, I find. I've always had this issue. And I knew there was one thing that he couldn't possibly buy for himself, and that was his friend Paul. So I was like,
I
let's
was
bring
for
Paul down.
sale.
It was one random night I woke up and I was like, that would be a really cool idea. Let's see if we can make this happen. And Paul is an exceptionally busy person. He does mention it quite often. He's always busy doing things. He's always got something going. And it was amazing that he was able to kind of wrangle an entire week that he could just come hang out with us. Stephen, were you surprised? Because I always worry with surprises that they're ruined in some way, that somehow the person being surprised discovers it. Like what was going through your head in that moment?
To anyone who was just subjected to that clip, it should be pretty evident
Subjected.
that, like, by exactly how high pitched my voice gets, that yes, I was absolutely gobsmacked. I couldn't believe it. Like, to see my mates come around the corner. Now, Joburg is a 2-hour flight away, but sometimes that can feel like an eternity because the man is busy. Everyone's got busy lives. I
Everybody's
can't
busy.
expect myself to drop everything and go up for a boys' weekend in Joburg. So I'd kind of given up on the possibility or the likelihood of us being together, unless it was some kind of convention that Paul was attending down here. Anyway, so this was a total left field. And to my mother's credit, I mean, she is the worst gossip under the sun. She was able to keep her shit together and not blab. So, yeah, everyone played the game. Paul, we recorded a podcast the night before, and Paul got that podcast out the door faster than any podcast that has ever been released in GI Joburg history. Because he had a meeting in the morning. How bullshit. He was just catching the red eye to Cape Town. Wow.
Indeed. Yes.
Wow. Well played, boys. Well played, both
Shot,
of you.
dude.
Well, there we go.
Excellent. But let's not keep the listeners in suspense. We got up to some shenanigans this week, and a lot of it had to do with G.I. Joe. Of course, you know, some of it was just regular bro hanging out shit. But we got together, we got our toys out, and we played. On the actual day of my birthday, I got out 3 figures and then attached them to Air Commando's gliders and laid them sort of face down outside. And the boys had to blind pick their character. Of course, they thought, I mean, did you assume that, like, if you picked Cloudburst's glider, Cloudburst
Probably going to be
waiting for you
Cloudburst.
underneath?
Yeah, 100%.
So, who picked first, and what was your fate?
I picked first, and my fate was clean sweep.
So yes, under
Fine.
Cloudburst's glider was clean sweep.
Mm-hmm.
Under
And-
Spirit's glider,
I got Flint, which is fantastic. Eco Squad Flint. Wonderful. What a
I
wonderful
figured the
discovery.
leader of the team should be under the sort of Stars and Stripes glider. But
Mhm.
Rob's thinking was a far more sentimental reason. Because Skymate was my childhood Air Commandos, he left that one for me.
Yeah, it's more likely for him to be under there. But I didn't
But of
realize
course,
that it was the
Skymate wasn't
theme.
waiting under there. I mean, if you've
Mhm.
noticed the trend, this is an Eco Warriors game for sure. I had Ozone.
Mhm.
Ozone, who thanks to Dustin Cordish mainly, but I suppose a little bit of the cartoon. I mean, Dustin made this guy out to be a total psycho killer in a play motion called not Seconds to Midnight. It was Demons, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ozone just goes on an absolute rampage. But there might be some history to this. If you guys remember Infested Island, I think it's
Yes.
It's a Deke episode where Cesspool basically mutates Ozone into a bug man.
Oh.
That shit's got to stay with you. I'm sure he hasn't quite come back to humanity after that ordeal.
Well, we certainly gave him a chance to get his revenge on Cesspool in our game. We were flying out to basically stop Cesspool from infecting a water supply, I guess. I think that was the story I came up with as Flint.
Nice. So after some pretty slick flying, the guys in leaky suits manning gliders, it's a pretty hair-raising thing to do, but That's just
Especially
fun,
when nobody
man.
like holds back and waits for us to scan things and make sure things are safe. No, we just
Paul
go
is
balls deep.
surprisingly conservative in a game, but I guess he was playing the clean sweep character to the
I was
hilt.
playing the character, man. Yeah, he's got to be careful, you know.
He's an old man. He didn't survive to be an old man.
He's not an old man for
Not
nothing. Yeah,
careful.
I mean, he's seen tons of guys like, you know, shear their suits by accident and turn into mutants, bugs et al. So, I mean, I don't know if he really has, but you know, I watched that movie with the monkey long ago in the 90s. Everybody got
So
sick.
the eco warriors overfly this sand pit, for lack of a better term. I mean, it actually is the kid's sand pit. And Ozone was like, I got something on my scope. So they make a landing and they investigate it. And what rears up out of these sand pits but mutated monster zombies?
Roar.
It's perhaps something I associate with the eco warriors, not just because of the Toxo zombie, but because it seems like in the 2000s, that Collectors Club set, or it was a Comic-Con exclusive, whatever it was, that made them the ECO force.
Yeah.
And it was the classic Eco Warriors guys plus, I think, was it Outback, a bunch of other guys, but like their main MO was taking down zombie vipers.
Yeah.
It's like they were actually sort of task force to take down infected, I suppose, human waste,
Yeah,
cobra,
people who
Toxo zombies.
Cesspool had left behind in his rampage to destroy water supplies.
But what a fun opportunity to just like use water pistols. Because those things do actually kind of work. I mean,
They still work.
the syringe ones are, you know, you can always count on those. But I was quite pleasantly surprised at how nicely the squeezy gun eco warrior weapons worked.
That also worked well. I think the only one that had problems was Paul with the clean sweeps giant
Yeah, man, like
roving machine.
it shoots once, doesn't shoot far. It takes a while.
I don't know where you were keeping that either while you were flying on that.
I was curious about that myself. We're busy hooking up gear and all of a
Well,
sudden
boys,
I've
how
got
did you store your
the sweep
accessories
cycle.
in game? If your character is, you know, he's got 2 pistols on his thighs, he's got a knife, and you've got all that equipment kind of individuated with an accessory, you know, represented by an actual physical piece of plastic. What did you used to do? I kind of know Rob's answer, but we'll tell it to the listeners. I want to hear from Paul first. Like, where did you keep your stuff when your character was like in a vehicle or just doing infantry shit?
Well, for the meta thing, I just used to keep them in the inventory, you know.
What?
But
the inventory being your pocket.
Yeah, I mean, basically, I had these. My mom had these business card cases when she worked for Perkins, and I had like a metric shit ton of the things.
Well, that's what I wanted to hear. Did it have like a hinge?
Yeah, they're like they're like this, and they're plastic. They were like hard plastic. So I used to, and then you could like put the lid underneath it, and it could be like complete. It's actually meant to be for storing things like paper clips and crap like that. But I used to keep weapons in that when I was with my dude, so that I wouldn't lose the guns. And sometimes when we were a bit lazy, we just used to throw them in the warthog. Just be like,
you just keep reaching in there, like, I need my gun back.
But being very careful not to like turn the warthog over with the weapons in it, because once that happens, they can get lost in
the guts.
Yeah,
there. And opening up a warthog is not a fun prospect. I've had to do it because I forgot. I didn't apply the screen decals.
Oh no!
Before closing it up. I mean, who does that? Who does the sticker sheet before you
finish building it? Yeah.
But a thing that has internal space like a warthog requires you to do that. Otherwise, or you have to tweezer and reach down into the cavity of the cabin to get.
Yeah, I was probably that lame when I was a kid. I did that too. Also, used to keep them in the bug, like, you know, the yellow parts in the bug that flap open.
Yeah,
but that was also a mistake because many a ninja sword and stuff were missing in there.
Yeah,
makes me wonder if I open up my bug now, because that is my childhood bug, man.
Ooh, there might be some cool accessories in there. I
Always
would
brighter.
generally just keep it in my pocket. I think that was my general thing. It's just to keep it somewhere nearby me, because instead of having them hold everything the whole time, it just
Sure.
didn't feel right. I mean, I
We had
know.
Playmobil cases, Rob. You remember those? That was the answer I was
Yes.
expecting you to give. Hmm.
But we didn't use them all the time, though. I think that was for a brief period of time we had those, but generally shoving them in a pocket is what I remember doing. But if you're Alistair, our other childhood friend, your character had to physically have every single weapon he was going to use in that game on
Like
him.
Doom guy.
So I think he often employed elastic bands and stuff, kind of keep like 4 guns on his back. He had one, attached to his arms, and then 2 in his hands.
Look, eventually he started having a drone accompany him
Yes.
that could rearm him on the field. It was just a gun carrier, a battle buddy, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Brilliant.
It's a good idea.
But anyway, after our zombie encounter with the eco warriors,
Mm-hmm.
we proceeded to the swimming pool, where a aerial drop of barracudas, a trio of submarines, were waiting for us to cross the infected waterways.
I just thought of this now. Is that the vehicle that you have the most of a single vehicle?
So does different versions count? Does it have to be the same version?
I think different versions would count. I mean, obviously it's the same mold, but different colors. I think that kind of counts.
Then no, I have 3 barracudas, but I have 4 sharks.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh my goodness! I didn't realize that. You have the original. You have the
Night
Force.
Sky Patrol, the Night Patrol,
Patrol.
and then Modern Era.
No, actually, the sort of a Real American Hero collection, they recast it as a
That blue
Cobra
one.
vehicle and called it the Wave Crusher.
Blue one.
Is it
Blue
blue?
with like a kind of a
Yeah.
gold overspray.
I always
Sexy.
forget that.
It's nice.
But yeah, we motored into the pool. We came up against, what was it?
The Hammerhead,
The
baby.
Hammerhead, yes, with its.
And it dawned on me, because we did the Hammerhead sort of discussion in our previous pod. Check it out if you missed it.
401.
It dawned on me in play, at the ripe old age of 41, that the aerial sort of command sub, for it to employ its torpedoes, it can use it like a dive bomber torpedo boat or torpedo plane. So these things actually kind of drop off the front and then hit the water and then kind of right themselves and then head towards their target. Like, because for the longest time it bugged me that this thing is designed to be amphibious. It can go underwater, but it can also fly, much like the shark. Why is it then armed with torpedoes? Like, what purpose does it serve when it's airborne? But yes, it can be a torpedo plane. Ha ha. And it did fire those torpedoes off. Did we actually get hit? Yeah, every single barracuda got scuttled.
Mine definitely got a torpedo right on the face, and I had to escape by kind of getting to the surface of the water.
Rad.
I had a cool VTOL or like vertical missile. I died at the same time as sending off one of my missiles to take out the Hammerhead crash. That was good times.
Wow, did it actually connect? So you fired a spring fire missile?
No,
Okay.
I didn't do that. I was too scared to like lose it. That's why I didn't want to shoot the spring fire. They're not my toys, man. I don't want to like. Do you know how many times missiles were lost because somebody shot it and they're like, where is it?
Yeah, these are 90s toys. They're garbage. No one wants them.
Send them our way.
All right, so we scuttle the boats, but we make it to shore. We gather ourselves for the final assault. Cesspool's been spotted. He's in a septic tank. He's flanked by Toxo Vipers and Sector Vipers. It's going to be the battle of our lives. But we're armed with our anti-tox weapons. Flint's got his anti-tox shotgun, his anti-tox squirter. Ozone's got his sniffer thing. Paul's got this giant fucking R2D2 bullshit track.
Sweep cycle.
Yeah. But I will say, like, Clean Sweep's got such a sweet pistol.
He does.
Lime green, and it's just lovely. I love that gun.
It's very well sculpted. Yeah, it's probably one of the best of the pistols of the Eco Force.
Yeah, because so many of them have so many of them have pistols.
Yeah. Actually, I think the Cobras have better pistols.
Oh yeah. Well, they're
Then-
all Cobra-esque with like weird like tubing, exposed cables, and
and
like
stuff.
vented shrouds, and like yeah, the pistols of the Toxo Viper and Sludge Viper are interesting.
It's really
Very
strange.
Cobra.
Cool.
They kind of
looking.
remind me
So-
of Shockwave from Transformers in color and some of the design, like the angled grip.
Mm.
But the front end is wicked cool.
There got a. Oh, there was a.
Very signature.
Yeah, there's a very elegant blaster look to them as well. It's weird. They're very alien, but they're quite elegant. They're almost too elegant for something like a Toxo Viper. Anyway, they just seem more high ranking.
So Toxo Vipers, Sector Vipers, they were all waiting for us with those very elegant guns. Paul hung back.
Mm-hmm.
Ozone kind of led the charge, and Flint was in the thick of things, actually soaking up the most damage.
I really
I
was.
seem to recall at one point you got hit by a hammerhead projectile.
I did. It blew me quite a distance, but I survived. Those eco suits are very well armored. I feel.
Extremely thick plot armor. Well done, GI Joe. But look, at one point Ozone was tangling with a Night Creeper, and hand to hand he should have been like
Toast.
absolutely
He's a
dead
scientist.
meat.
He's
But-
on the front line.
I guess he nerd raged that ninja.
Doesn't know karate, but he does know crazy.
Yep. All culminating in I think a 3-way like kill on Cesspool.
Yeah, we blasted him we squirted him real.
Yeah,
real
we
wet.
hosed them down.
We crossed the streams, and the result was
Total platonic
antitox to the
reversal.
face,
Yeah.
which just melted him. I guess kind of like RoboCop.
Yeah, because he's so toxic, you know. Like he's filled with those toxins, and antitoxing him just destroys him.
And then Ozone stomped his head on and into I suppose a red puddle of gore.
Yeah. Finish him.
What I'm so delighted to note, boys,
Mhm.
is how in 14 years of podcasting, the three of us have never actually played together. We've set cameras up and we've kind of
Play
made
motion.
content.
Yeah.
Oh, this is true.
But
This is our
we've
first
never
time
just-
playing.
We weren't filming this.
Mhm.
This was just for us, and we kind of just did it very naturally. I mean, Rob and I were childhood friends. Paul was the X Factor, but like, yeah, I kind of like your style of play, dude. You
Yeah.
got
Not
stuck
bad.
in.
Well, the thing is, like, that's the whole vibe, right? I mean, you guys have this like history, and you have a way of communicating to each other. And instead of asking you guys what I need to do, I just kind of just made my character work, and I was just finding the gaps. So, like, offering to check your suits after we were attacked by zombies. Nobody gives a shit. They just jumped into their barracudas. So,
Well, you got Man of
like,
Action Flint, and then what we've discovered is an absolute psychopath in Ozone.
Ozone.
So there's no pumping the brakes on those boys. But very important ingredient to playing as 40-something-year-old men is the humor. And
Yes.
I'm grateful that, like, firstly, you guys brought a lot of that. And secondly, that I have reached a stage in my life where I can accept it.
Yeah,
and not want this strict adherence to like the role play and stay in the moment, and stay in character. No, we were getting up to some shenanigans, and it was glorious.
20-year-old Steven would not have put up with it. He would have been like, guys,
Well,
take this
20-year-old
seriously.
Stephen would have had the script that he
Yeah.
had to stick to.
Guys,
But,
didn't you-
this was great.
Here it is.
And-
And supposed to say these lines.
Just an example of the kind of whimsy. I mean, each of us made our descent into the AO on the gliders,
Mm-hmm.
and like it's already a rather amusing thing to have eco warriors on gliders. It's something that they did in the Deke cartoon all the time, but suspension of disbelief. These guys are in hazard suits, but they're also flying gliders very nimbly. Anyway, we had them jump off of a cliff face or jump off GI Joe HQ, whichever your imagination created out of that lounge table. And they each had a signature way of like mounting their gliders, like throwing it and then diving through the ring, climbing over onto the underside and strapping it on. Good stuff.
Yeah.
But we just ripped the roof off for the next game.
Oh god.
I have a general, boys. It made the trip. It survived the trip from
Mm-hmm.
Australia. Insane. And that was in my luggage. Okay, this wasn't. I didn't consign it to some cargo plane. This was in the hold of the plane that we took. That's the story for another day. Perhaps if you are a GI Joe YouTube member, you've watched a vlog on the subject. In any case, it survived, more or less, and I'm dying to play with it with you guys. And so we set it up in my mother's dance studio, very spacious room in the house. I know, right? These guys did all right. Lovely house. Anyway, the general had a little bit of air around it, so you need to give space to a toy like that. You can't have it in and amongst couches and tables. You just won't be able to effectively play with it. We then dotted GI Joe vehicles like the battle wagon, the hammer, the badger around it. Had some Sky Patrol vehicles on top, like the Skyhawk, the Sky Patrol Shark. Obviously, the generals included helicopter, and it was time for an all-out Cobra attack on the general.
Huge battle. They're mainly 90s toys. I think Steven did skew it more towards 90s toys, which I
They're more
appreciate.
expendable.
Wow.
But
Okay.
if you are playing with the general, it makes sense. Like, why would you not want guys like Red Star and Big
Yeah.
Ben and Rampart?
Kind of manning it. And the people they're facing off against, too. We had 90s Firefly. We had Destro and his Dominator. Is that what it's called?
Battle Core Destro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry. Destro was sort of commanding his forces from the sort of helicopter tank, the Dominator. That was a great debut appearance of that. I've only ever played with it in a vlog. It was nice to actually play with it.
So that was our first playtime with it. Yeah.
But the opening salvo of this attack was obviously an aerial duel. Sort of a force of liquidator aircraft versus the GI Joe response in the Storm Eagles, plus General Hawk in his jetpack. I mean, that's a fun way of incorporating that figure. He's actually airborne in the air battle. This kind of Iron Man type figure.
Leading from the front.
Of course, he didn't do any of that because I promptly set the figure down on like a random table and picked up a Storm Eagle. And Rob and I were dogfighting Storm Eagle versus Liquidator, and I'd forgotten where Hawk was. So I wanted him to make this sort of triumphant appearance in the middle of the dogfight, but he was nowhere to be found.
He was chilling, bro.
We found him at the end.
He was the tip of the spear. He was so far on the tip of the spear that he was just out of action.
And yet he lands in the middle of the battlefield after the smoke is cleared, and he hasn't fired a shot, and all of his missiles are still on the hard points.
I'm glad we
But it was great because it was cool because you could go in there and engage with Cobra. So that the little recon locust, because I've been dying to fly the little locust that's on the general. So
how is it different, Paul?
It's not different at all, but it's got a little slot on the general to land it. It's got molded divots, molded divots in the general, and it just sits there. And I was like, yeah,
got it.
And then I could go and fly that little dude, and it was good times because, while all the big stuff was happening with the fast movers, I could go in and do recon. We spotted a bunch of Cobra on a rage. And that was a mini battle that happened. At least managed to take out their Desert Scorpion because, he's so well protected on the thing. He's sitting in manning the main gun. Only to then come back into the fray with all the madness that was going loose. I mean, or being loosed upon everything. I mean, Firefly was an absolute menace with his spinning top.
He was. He came in on an orange vehicle. I don't know what it's called.
The Paralyzer.
There we go. Is it the Paralyzer?
So he came in with it was Firefly. I think I had who else? Major Blood. Overkill. Major Blood was on there. A Bat was on there. So they kind of came into the battlefield. Firefly attempted to launch his spinning top. I thought it was going to go much further than it did. It literally went probably 2 inches in front of where he launched it, and I was like, okay, I guess we're all gonna die now, Cobra.
So do you imagine that when it topples, it explodes? Because
Yeah.
that thing automatically topples.
Yeah, it spun for like a second or two, and then gook, and I was like, well, okay, I guess that's the end of this little Cobra's push. Blew up the little vehicle, blew fire flying back. Major Blood had a good moment too. He was kind of like sonicking everyone with his sonic weapon.
Everyone on the battle wagon got their heads popped thanks to
Yeah.
Blood's weapon. I mean, this was the kind of game that was very juvenile, even before juvenile, because like it was that kind of last man standing. Like everyone is just fighting, dying. Move on to the next wave.
Mhm.
There was
Like-
this great
No one survived.
there was this moment where where I think it was that orange vehicle. I was flying over and I was gonna drop the locust bombs. Not going to. I was dropping the locust bombs on it, and at the same time, the battle wagon's missiles went off. So this thing got taken from the top, and from the side, it was completely sent to Shitsville. This little locust. I'm like, yay! I'm gonna like bomb, and then all of a sudden, this battle wagon comes in and completely torches everything. That was
I'll just make the crater bigger, I guess.
and then I went to go and which is the character I went to go and rescue? There was a character he went down.
Skydive.
Skydive went down, so we went to go and rescue him. That was harrowing because bringing him back to the general, like with Skydive hanging onto the locust, basically.
Yeah, I
was hectic
enjoyed the
'cause-
variety of stuff going on because it's like me and Steven are engaging this huge battle against each other, and Paul is very diligently kind of like
rescuing people.
rescuing people, which I quite enjoyed. You kind of bring them back to the general, like, you guys will be okay. Doc, take a look at him.
Yeah, but getting him there was hectic because then Steve intercepts me with the Dominator, and then it started getting like stupid. So we had to like, basically had to throw Skydive off, like lucky for
Get
him.
out of here.
And then I got torched, and then I can't even. Who did I send to rescue the pilot of that thing? It's like I still can't remember the name of the Retaliator helicopter pilot. Updraft was downdraft. And we went to go and get him. Oh, that's right. We went to go and get him with the Badger. And there's a rescue mission with the Badger to like.
Yeah, I had a
Get him
great
back.
push with Overkill and the Bat. They kind of were closing in on the general, but they got
That's right,
handily
Dusty.
taken
Me
out
too. Yeah,
by Dusty and the rocket launchers or the
Yes.
missiles on the top.
no, we just shot you.
Okay.
No, we shot you. Actually, it's Updraft that shot you from the back with his own guns. With his like.
I seem to remember a little bit of a false flag operation happening with Mercer running around the battlefields trying to convince everyone, hey guys, I'm still a Cobra. Don't shoot.
Oh shit, that was
And then
happening.
he gets close enough and he shoots Overkill.
I think
in the
that
head.
worked with Overkill. He decided, oh,
See, that's so much was going on. There was only 3 of us. I mean, it's just like plots within plots here. I mean, what is the other thing? I mean, Sub-Zero dies.
Mhm.
I don't even know how he dies. I just remember he died. And it's like, whoops.
Sub-Zero, more like Plane Zero.
Exactly.
Destro's like disc launching.
Yes.
Destroy made an appearance and cut Ambush in half.
Yeah, Ambush took one. I mean,
Sad times. Look, what was
Yeah.
quite fun in the sort of this intermediate phase before the land battle started and after the dogfight, a few of I think one liquidator got through, but the general has those, missile launchers, but it also has 20 CIWS close-in weapon
the
system
Seaworths. Yes,
turrets.
yeah.
So, similar to, I guess, the Iron Curtain, not the Iron Curtain. What is it that Tel Aviv has? The Iron Dome. I don't know. It just throws up like so much sort of machine gun fire or cannon fire that it's able to shoot missiles out of the sky and liquidators. So that was very fun. But I mean, I think it all culminated in a 1v1. Destro sets his Dominator down in front of the very, very damaged general. And the hatch opens, and who steps out onto the field of battle? G.I. Joe's hero number 1, like basically a superhero in green.
He's the best of the best.
Who is it, Paul?
I can't even remember. I was like busy rescuing
Ended up so
Updraft, dude.
nicely.
He
Captain
was
Gridiron.
Oh yes, that's what that was about.
Mhm.
Okay.
It was the classic showdown between wrist rockets and football grenades.
Mhm.
Eventually, they got down to
There
their
was a
hands
line.
and teeth. Destro and Gridiron going at it like feral animals.
There was a line, Rob. What was the line? You sputtered out some line there with the like, "Hey, Destro, catch" or something stupid. It was
I
like,
know that was Steven who said that. I think.
I tried my damnedest to conjure up like football
Or
aphorisms,
football
but
themes. But
I
no.
did not. I mean, I don't know American football. I probably tended more towards rugby. Go
Mm.
Bokke. We gave the
yes.
Irish a hiding this weekand.
Yay.
Hey, maybe we'll get a red card during the anthems next time. Let's see how that goes. Anyway, geez, and then then you were lobbing those giant yellow bombs from the general at one
Oh!
point.
Yeah, trying to get Firefly with the general's like massive mortar launchers, which can go like maybe a foot.
Yeah. But you
That
kept
battle-
missing. Oh no, you're trying to get Overkill. You're trying to kill Overkill with those.
Man.
And then I think it was Mercer who took him out because he was like, I'm on your side, guys.
Remember me?
Remember,
I'm Viper Dan.
I'm a real Viper, guys.
Yeah.
What a delight. Okay, well, I mean, the upshot of this is I want more, boys. And
Yes.
we wanted to do a third, but ran out of time. It was a jam-packed week. But I think with the third, I wanted to actually do something a bit more low-key, a bit more plot-heavy, and using our 3 avatars.
Yeah.
We have never played a Storm Shadow, Scoop, and Shockwave game. We wouldn't be playing ourselves. We wouldn't be Steve, Rob, and Paul.
No, it
we
would
would
be
be
those
somehow these GI Joe characters, but through plot machinations thrown together on some kind of mission. I think once upon a time we wanted to do a haunted house kind of Resident Evil style survival horror.
Yo, Steve, that's a throwback of note.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and we wanted to film it for you fine folk out there, but also keep it free and role play ish. So we would have to be quite clever as to where we set our cameras up.
Well, Steve's still in South Africa for a couple of months.
Yeah.
Dear listeners.
Anything is possible. But not only did we play G.I. Joe, Stephen gave Paul and I the chance to win G.I.
Win
Joe.
GI Joes.
We had several sessions of 20 questions.
Is this the what did you get portion of this episode? I feel like it really is.
I guess we can add it in there.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Paul was shopping.
Paul was shopping, but I was not shopping. But I did manage to answer correctly and identify this guy. It is the 90s. Well, I suppose one of the 90s. I guess he came in several colors. But it is the Alley Viper, the yellow and black version. I imagine Stephen has more than one of these. That's why he was happy to give him up. Or is
Negative. That was my one and only.
Oh, now Stephen doesn't have it. It's kind of like he doesn't have a Lady J anymore. It's sad. But yes.
You have two?
Oh, I got at least 2. But yeah, so thankfully I did win this figure, and then Stephen later on in the week, because he didn't come with any accessories, he managed to capture some. I suppose these are the accessories from the original Addy Viper, because I have no idea what accessories this guy comes with. But he looks pretty good equipped with the original.
Oh, he does come with those.
Does he?
Yeah, as far as I know.
Okay.
The gun is different, I think, but I mean, those accessories look boss on him.
Well, anyway, he looks freaking cool. I was very happy.
You're just
to have won
missing
him.
the shield, actually, which is
I
take it or leave
had,
it, is my
yeah,
opinion.
the original shield's better. The second shield is shaped like the Cobra symbol.
just-
It's naff.
It's got a big hole, man. People would shoot your
It
arm.
really does. And the one figure that got away from me and Paul was Mirage, because apparently
He's green, Rob.
he's green. He's green, guys.
And
Anyone
once
who
again,
watched the-
YouTube members will be able to check out that vlog.
they will know the pain of us.
Well, I mean, that just goes to show how absolutely unscripted and real these 20 questions games were. Because the
Heck,
one
what a
where
meta is.
I wanted you guys to win, just for that sense of accomplishment, for the one that I filmed was the one that you couldn't get. I guess I made it a
No,
little
no,
bit too tough. This was a more obscure version of Mirage.
Mm-hmm.
This is sort of from the 2000s.
Yeah, it's if you guys are
Maybe-
wondering, it's the green version.
And there was a question there, guys, about whether he was a vehicle driver.
Vehicle
or not.
driver or not, and you said he was.
Yes.
Maybe.
Did we ever determine what the vehicle was called? Do you remember?
No,
did I-
you chose not to tell us, I think. And
This
I
was
was
the
I
hover
meant to look it
strike. Something that we've spoken about on the podcast. Maybe
The
3
gas
years-
mask.
No,
Yes.
yes, yeah.
Oh.
It's a green triangle that he rides
Mm.
on top like some kind of, I don't know, Mad Max vehicle.
So
I
a
was
version of him comes with that.
So traumatized.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I
And
was
it is
so
it's an
traumatized by
RC
that.
vehicle, an RC hovercraft.
I remember it now.
Friend of the show, Bart Simon, tested his and says that it's so weak it doesn't really rise off the ground at all. Oh, it sucks.
Oh, sad.
But maybe the batteries have, time has not been kind to the motor or the batteries.
Voltage.
Maybe they worked better back in the day.
Didn't work out.
We also
What figure did you win, Paul, before we move on from 20
I
questions,
won.
winners and losers?
And I'm so sorry I don't have him with me because he's actually in the lounge because I was playing with it in the lounge.
Yeah.
Is I got I don't want to call him version 3 because he technically I think he's version 4 Shockwave. The
Look, if you
battle
count the Nightfall Shockwave as version 2, which
yeah.
you may or may
Yeah.
not want to do. The DEF Shockwave.
Yeah.
Yes, so it's the DEF Shockwave. He, in my mind, he always looks like Splinter because his helmet has got the line here and across his bonds, his head. So yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
And I'm
it's
actually
just-
surprised I guessed that right.
That was a good guess when you did get it right.
I mean, like, we narrowed it down as far as DEF. I think you guys had like 10 questions left.
Mhm.
And you all of a sudden were like, but who are the members of DEF?
I had no idea, so I was
Law and
completely
Order
out of the
was
running.
thrown out.
Dung dung.
Tunnel Rat was another suggestion
I
that I,
think I
heard.
said
I'm like,
I think I said
guys,
Flint at one point.
DEF, really?
But Battlecore is such a weird thing because DF, as far as Joes are concerned, there aren't really that many, but
No.
they all
there's
kind of have a
one
similar
year, one
aesthetic
series.
in that year. So like you kind of lump everything together as DEF and Battlecore.
Mm.
Weird.
Battle
Not
Corps,
Battle Force, by
not
the
Battle
way.
Force, correct?
By the way, that was incorrect. Yeah, so Steve was having a lot of fun with these Hector Ramirez 20 questions.
Mm.
But yeah, so and I gotta say, my Shockwave is intact. Nothing broken, no broken thumbs.
Yeah, it's a very good version.
It's a very
I
good
think.
version, very clean.
It's the tracker version. If you take the helmet off, he basically looks like tracker.
It looks better than Track.
I don't know. I don't know.
No.
If we
And-
are into the new shit section,
think we
I'll
are.
offer this into evidence. It wasn't just one crazy Paul that I got for my birthday. Rob also papered me up with my favorite silent mission, the Jinx issue.
There you go.
Yeah.
Love, love, love this book. The art is terrific. Nice to have a physical copy to thumb through. I mean, I miss physical comics, but honestly, not being a comic collector, I don't have room in my life for long boxes. But this one will have Place of Pride as my representation of this series, which I liked so much.
There we go.
Thanks,
And,
buddy.
You welcome.
Yeah. And Steve also got some plastic. I'll share what I got just now. But Steve also got himself some plastic.
Okay.
He showed
Queuing me
earlier
up.
on in the episode. Yeah.
Got Ramparts at
Yay.
the toy shop yesterday. The GI. This guy is the best vintage toy and video game dealer in Cape Town, potentially in South Africa, I'd say. He had a very cheap and cheerful Ramparts, no accessories, but only 250 Rand, which he marked down to 225. I was very happy to pick up a cheapie because guess what? Rampart's specialty is manning big guns, big naval guns or big shoreline guns. There are a few of those spots on my general that need dedicated guys to man them. So
No, not just
accessories in the case
Sandstorm.
of a figure like Ramparts really just get in the way. He's going to sit in that chair and man that gun. And it's so wonderful that there are Joes that you can relegate to that. Like leave the cool character stuff to more important Joes. Use a guy like this who is still a Joe, not a green shirt, not anonymous. He's got a file card. He's got a personality. But his personality runs as far as the fact that he's clocked every video game. So now he's transferring those skills
I'm
to
ready.
real
Take
Space
out
Invaders.
Cobra.
But yeah, perfect figure. Love it. I mean, what an amazing sculpt for
Yeah,
such a nothing burger of a character.
Oh, his head sculpt's so great. And
Everything about him
again,
is
the
so great.
Parker is so cool, so well done.
Yeah. Well sculpted. That is probably the best solution I think you can come up with a character with a long coat.
Yeah.
And
Playable
the service
figure.
branch that like perhaps needs more personnel in it. I mean, like most Joes are army. There are a handful of Air Force. Marines are pretty skinny, and the Navy is pretty skinny.
Yeah.
Most of them are divers, but this guy kind of bolsters the ranks along with Tracker, along with Shipwreck, along with
Tracker.
Topside. It's like a guy who looks more on land or on deck than a deep six or a wetsuit or a torpedo. So
Also
he's a
looks good in
Navyman.
Hoth.
Yes,
Hey.
does look like a deck officer. Deck officer. Yes, sir.
Have you seen Luke? Has Luke's Commander Skywalker come back
He's
in?
cold and stuff, right? It's gonna be cold out there. When you close the shield doors.
Oh, we gotta get him in.
So,
What'd you get, Paul? What'd you get?
ooh, okay.
Tell us.
So I got a trip to Cape Town, which is awesome.
Oh, congrats.
But you know, it happens so often. So I did take the opportunity to scour some of the local toy stores. So the first thing I wanted to mention is I got this cool little Hot Wheels. It's from the Hot Wheels Pop Culture long card series. It's a Quadra from the game Cyberpunk 2077,
Oh, wow.
which is really cool. It's really, really awesome.
Looks so accurate.
And it's metal. So
Yeah,
top
metal,
and bottom,
metal.
and
What's
rubber
real riders?
tires.
Yes. Yeah.
Insane.
Tires
I
are
don't know
rubber.
Hot Wheels got
Yeah.
that premium.
So you got that. I mean, they get even more premium than that, but that's like the civilian premium. That's like what you can actually pick up in off the cards in the store, off the pegs in the store.
Civilian.
Super happy to have found this because it's like unbelievably rare. Apparently, yeah, they're quite. It's quite hard to find, and I picked it off the pegs in a Toys R Us in a mall in Cape Town.
much. I'll have one of these.
Another great figure that I got my hands on. I was actually on the hunt for this when I was in Cape Town because I couldn't find them up here in Joburg as yet, and that is Balrog or Vega for those of you guys in the States and Europe and not in Japan. I was just blessed by playing the Japanese version of this arcade game for too long, but yeah, Vega is an amazing figure by Jada Toys. So
I got to see that figure in person. It's fantastic. Cloth for the sash.
the sash, yeah,
It's just such a great detail.
and it's got wire in there, and it's just he's a beautiful beautiful figure. Great toy, great price. Thank you, Toys R Us.
Thank you, Toys R Us.
And also Rob,
Not sponsored, by the way.
not sponsored, definitely not sponsored. And Rob was cheeky because he saw him in the store first, and then he went and hit him.
Gave you a fun experience.
So it's all like, oh,
they don't have
Paul,
them.
they don't.
Sorry,
They only have
Paul.
like Sagat and stuff here.
They don't
Like,
have them, and Paul was like, "Get out of my way! I'm looking."
Get out of my way, Rob.
He
Speaking
saw
of
through my
Rob,
subterfuge.
look at what this mad lad did. So we go and drop Rob off at work, and then he, like assaults me with these bags full of comic books.
Oh my
Thank you, guy. And he's like, happy birthday, but I feel like this is like happy birthday for the next like 5 years of my life or something. Because
At least
yeah,
I don't have to give you anything after now.
right, exactly. But I mean, we got all the Energon universe sort of single character arcs. So it's got Scarlet 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah.
And Elliot and I were enjoying going through these. We were
Oh,
counting along.
cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Destro 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, which is great because you guys know how much I love these. So it was cool that
Yes.
it was very thoughtful of you to pick these up. And then just all the comic books. I'm trying to do this in a and then Duke. Yeah. All the Dukes. And
Finally.
finally, and it's a cool cover as well, all the Cobra Commanders. Ooh, there we go.
All the character miniseries that kind of like led into GI Joe.
Yo. And wow, dude, thank you again. It's like it's so nice to have these as physical books. And it was quite the surprise. I'm unbelievable. You just took me completely.
I was full of surprises over this past week. and I'm glad that they all went off well.
And then he snuck in even one more little surprise.
Oh yes, I did.
You did. You did.
Forgot.
And I've got the. Okay, I'm just putting them nicely in their paper baggies. Okay, because it's great to get comics in paper baggies like this.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last one is Cold Slither.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give this a read after the show, after I've done all the stitching and everything, because I only got back this like last night. Feels like I got back this morning, so I basically got home last night and kind of passed out.
I think we can definitely talk about that in a future episode.
I think so too.
I think it's worth talking about for sure.
Because Cold Slither, man. But from what I can tell, it feels like a behind the music kind of thing. But like I said, I haven't read it. So Rob, you spoiled me, and it was great being a surprise for Steve, and it was a great week. I mean, played with all the toys, had all the conversations, did all the 20 questions, 60 questions.
Ate all the meals.
Ate lots of meals. There were no Chico the Clowns no Chico the Clowns got messed up.
But I did get sang to at the restaurant with a sparkler. Way.
That was great fun.
Too.
And as a sort of I suppose the circle is complete kind of moment, because the last time I went to Spur for my birthday as a child, I grabbed that sparkler and burnt my hand.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't. She obviously did, this is just protocol. She didn't know the backstory. But as soon as that sparkler was dead, and as soon as they stopped singing, they grabbed it and took it away.
Ooh, that's smart.
We've had this happen to a few children in the past.
Yes.
And men children.
Man children. So yeah, they know to take it away before you.
Oh,
we clocked Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
the arcade game,
arcade.
On an arcade machine, which was
man. Stephen and I clocked House of the Dead 2. Very sore shoulders and arms after that endeavor.
Your trigger pulling finger eventually just like no longer functions. You have to switch out to your left.
Yeah,
like,
I had to do that
kind
for
of
a
weird,
while.
like double. How did anyone beat that game paying per continue? Astounding.
It's insane to imagine. Because we landed up at the bar that Paul has been wanting us to go to for ages, but we went together, called Barcadia in Cape Town, which is a combination bar and arcade cabinet place with pinball machines, lots of classic arcade games, and yeah, we had a blast.
Now this is quite unique because I'm not unfamiliar with the idea of a retro arcade / bar, but typically there's a cover charge, or like you pay a token at the front desk and you can kind of trade it in for a drink. Like there's always some kind of bar to entry, and that's an exchange. This is free to play. You can walk in off the street, and just play video games for free.
Well, I guess they would like you to buy something. Like
I think there's some fine print about buying a beer or something.
Well, I went back there on a Saturday night because this was Tuesday night. This is the night of my turn from 40 to 41. But I went back on Saturday night with another mate, and there was a bouncer at the door, so you can't just walk up, looking like you fell off the street and into the bar and then play Pac-Man. But still, there is no cover. You're not paying for anything up front to get unlimited free play. You just hang out, man. And it's a nice crowd.
Busy? Was it
very busy, but not so busy that you have to like figuratively put your token on the machine to get a turn. Like people come, they play, they move on. There's always something vacant. In fact, most things are vacant most of the time. I love that place. Thank you, Paul, for letting us know about it.
Shot, dude.
And ironically, it is also the new premise. Well, it's taken up premises where there was a very popular bar in Cape Town, which I guess COVID must have killed. It's called Ace of Spades. It was a karaoke joint, but it's also attached to a hotel and a theater that I performed at once upon a time. Great place that I've always sort of checked in on. And it's nice that it has this continuity. I will still be going to those same floorboards, but this time playing Contra or Turtles or I don't know,
Ridge Racer. Yeah.
And I've never given pinball machines much attention, but they are beautiful. Like just
Mm.
representing the height of like mechanical arcade play. What an amazing sensation and feedback.
Yeah.
The heavy metal ball going into these things and like being spat out and the sounds and the lights. Yeah, no, I can see why it's something that is quite magical and special to the few people that enjoyed it in their youth.
Mm.
Before our time, sadly, but I get it. Oh, and what is also interesting, being there on Saturday, and like a guy comes up to me and he's like, "Okay, so how does it work?" I was like, "All right, young gun, come here and let the millennial tell you about
Let me
how an
school
arcade
you in.
works."
You use it with you use your hands. That's for children.
Stop trying to
Back to the
touch the
Future.
screen.
Sorry.
You know.
There's nothing happening when I tap it, man. It was interesting. He was legit. He wasn't drunk or high. Well, maybe a bit high, but he was like, "Yeah, this I don't understand. Like, I've never been one like this." He's used to a fucking capture claw game, and I don't know. Skee ball is still
Yeah.
popular.
The fucking horse, bro. The fire machine, the fire engine.
This is
Whoa!
to fire the gun.
Mhm.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
What a time.
Hell yeah.
Boys, I think I've cleaned my slate.
Yeah.
A wonderfully varied chat about all things festive. We're moving into a very festive period.
Mhm.
To anyone who celebrates Thanksgiving, I hope it's a good one. Hope you are winning at life and you have things to be thankful for. And I hope if you're not, if things are challenging at the moment, that, well, GI Joburg will always be here to provide company
Yeah.
and give a righteous yo-jo even when the chips are down.
We are thankful for every single one of you. So if you, think of us on your Thanksgiving because we think of you.
Actually, yeah. Well, well said, my dude. Yeah.
Thank you.
Very
I'm
much so.
thankful
eloquent.
for the best friends I could have asked for.
Ah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Does anyone want to take it to the next level, or should we end it there?
Yeah, I think we should end it here. And
Yeah.
just a
yeah.
reminder to everybody, just to, have fun with your toys. Have fun with your toys, embrace your friends and your people while you have them. And because you might spend time and then you might be away from each other for weeks or months or years, much like how we are. So yeah, just remember that. Also, just to thank you again to our two artists who sent
yeah.
us artwork for this episode. To Super 7 who has released tomorrow, finally, thank you, and may they be eternally successful with Super 7 Reaction Plus.
The after action report, boys. Thanks for joining us on our previous episode, and all of the best with the Kickstarter. Oh
Yes,
Yes.
may it be successful. May lots of people get drunk from answering questions incorrectly, but also hopefully learning a lot about GI Joe the cartoon, the comics.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, taking it away from Harry Potter and Star Wars quiz nights. Hell
There
yeah.
we go.
With that said, I think a hearty yo Joe is in order, and a big
Ooh.
thank you to our YouTube members and patrons, and to those of you guys who are keen on some merch. Troy, I've heard you. I am busy formulating something. Okay, trying to get it out there. Okay, heard you, man. So we might have some merch
You
out
might
soon.
be
A
thankful
new
for
shirt.
Paul over Thanksgiving. Who knows,
Yeah.
Troy?
Let's see how this goes. Okay. Be good, everybody. Joe.
Burr.